Day 6, what did you boys do today while I was sleeping and dying?
Went to a lumberjack show. Saw some men swinging some axes.
Yeah.
I'm sure Julian enjoyed that a lot.
Huh?
There's a museum that used to be a brothel. A bus driver, the shuttle driver that brought us back to the cruise told us there were 30 brothels here back in the day.
Oh.
Until prostitution was outlawed back in like 1950 something.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
I know.
Oh, interesting.
A lot of pent up sailor men.
Oh, how interesting. Oh, a boat. What is this? Ketchikan? 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 Yeah, I was supposed to be out there today. And then last night when I got back to the room, I threw up all of dinner. And then I woke up and my stomach still wasn't feeling well, so I was like, I'm gonna pass. I'm not trying to go on a tour bus and then blow chunks while everybody's trying to get somewhere. But I feel better. Oh. Can we leave it down here? And then...
You can leave it here or right over there.
On the table?
Yes, I will.
Oh,
Okay,
okay.
thank you.
Right here.
Okay, we can ask.
When you come back, it's gonna be empty.
Oh, then I'm gonna need credits to get another one. Oh, no. You can always ask for things. Oh my god. It's a little chilly out here.
Glaciers around 9:30 a.m. We'll spend about an hour there before heading over to Juneau.
Whoa! Whoa!
But they're saying we should be able to come back. Wow, 这很大哎。
Whoa! Let's go explore it.
换小明。你要等。
现在比较亮。
天气。
哪一个呢？现在已经找不清楚了，比较远来了，我很少开那种的这种。
Well, I forgot to bring my mic. Left it in my room. Unfortunate. I'm not too sure how windy it is right now, but the Norwegian cruise is coming to an end. It's been a really fun, like 6-ish days, but honestly, I'm ready to get back and get to work. I'm gonna hide in this shower area for a second. I just ran 25 laps around this track upstairs, which makes for 5K. I have no idea how long or how fast I was. It's based off of the distance measurement of the actual track itself, but the cruise is coming to an end. Honestly, today and yesterday, I didn't actually really get off the boat. Yesterday, the night before yesterday, right? I got back to my room pretty late. Like, not that late, maybe like 1, 2 a.m. But then I like yacked up my entire dinner up until like 3 in the morning. And it wasn't like, I yacked up my dinner. I yacked up I forgot what day it was, but I yacked up that dinner. And then honestly was just like at the toilet in the bathroom for hella long. And like I was afraid that I was gonna wake up my parents because the excursion the next day was like super early in the morning. And I didn't want to wake them up because I wanted them to still go and have fun. I obviously wasn't gonna make it because it's like 3 a.m. and I was throwing my brains out. But yeah, so I was hoping, fingers crossed, that like I wouldn't wake my parents up. But I was kind of loud, so I was a little bit concerned. I was like, bleh. And then each time after I bleh, you know, I would like listen for sounds and I'd hear them snoring, and I'm like, okay, perfect. Like they didn't wake up; they were still asleep the entire time, so they didn't even know like what was going on. And then when I woke up, I don't think they realized like what happened, like that I was dying the night before, because they woke up and they were like, oh, like, are you coming today? And I was like, like, I was throwing up all of last night. So I didn't go. So yesterday I didn't go on the excursion. So what was that day? I forgot what day it was. I think it was 5. I think 5 and 6 were yesterday and today. I didn't get off the boat today either because we got to Victoria in Canada at 8 p.m. And I think the planned excursion was like a trip to view some historical places in downtown Victoria, I think. The thing about that is that this excursion was only, I think, 2.5 or 3 hours, 3 hours-ish long. And then imagine 3 hours with hundreds of people that you have to organize and like be with, and then get back onto the boat at the same, like get back onto the boat in time so that the boat can depart on time. It was just too much of a hassle. Plus my parents weren't feeling too well, so I stayed back on the boat and then I ran instead. Also because I needed to get my run in, because the marathon is now 2 months away. Yeah, marathon's 2 months, 2-ish months away, 2.5 months away. And it's not that I'm not ready, but 26 miles, it's a lot of miles. It's quite a lot of miles. Still haven't really processed how many miles that is. In regards to the cruise itself, I honestly like this cruise a lot better than the last cruise that I was on. I never even posted the footage from the first cruise, which I should. I still have the footage. I need to edit it. But the first cruise that I took was MSC, and that was like 2 days on the boat, followed by 2-day excursion-ish, 2 days of excursions, and then pretty much right back onto the boat for another 2 days. And that was the entire 6-7 days of being at sea. So that trip was very exhausting. And then the food for that trip also wasn't as good as the food on this trip. There's a lot more options on this trip. So like, if you were to have told me that the first cruise that I went on, like that was what cruises were like, I honestly would have been like, like I'm okay with not like going on a cruise again. It wasn't really that exciting. But this cruise, it's not to say that it's like crazy, like good or anything, but it's a lot better. Like this cruise, I would honestly recommend. I would recommend this cruise because the food options. So just to give you some comparison, I love food. I ate like a pig on both cruises. I enjoyed myself more as a pig on this cruise than on the last one. The last one, you had your buffet that was open like pretty much 24/7, but like late night options were just burger, pizza, hot dogs, and fries. And then this one has This one has different late night options that you can get. It's kind of like bar food, but you still have like a more diverse selection of food to choose from. And then also like the regular menus and regular things that you can choose from. The other one had like a preset menu, kind of changed, but it was like one giant eating area restaurant versus here where you can like pick and choose what restaurant, and like most of the restaurants are included in like your base cruise package. There's obviously restaurants in both cruises where there's individualized restaurants that are separate and like available for purchase. There are separate like restaurants that are available for purchase on both of these cruises, which honestly, like next time, I think for the next cruise, I'm gonna be trying some of them just so I can like compare the paid options as well. But my fat ass was just eating so much of the free stuff. It wasn't that bad. So for a little more context, there's the base restaurant here that you can like reserve and then eat, and you have a prefix, like kind of like you can choose like appetizer, entree, dessert. And then over on the last cruise, same thing. But the last cruise, like you have to really tip the waiter to get like extra appetizers, extra entrees, extra desserts. Over here, fuck, like we were ordering 3 to 4 appetizers per person, 2 to 3 entrees per person. Me and my cousin were fucking up the food here. So it was difference in like amount of food that we could eat too, in regards to what we could order. I think the last one, like yeah, you could eat and then you could go up to the buffet and then like that was fine too. But this one you have a lot more options, and then any restaurant that you choose that's like included in the regular cruise package, you can eat also an unlimited amount of like each thing there. So I'm sitting in front of this one, sitting in front of the American Diner. I'll put food pictures up like somewhere over around here. But this one has like burgers, sandwiches, and then has spaghetti meatballs, chicken pot pie, chicken pot pie something, lechon, some other options. And then if you went to the local bar one, you can like get spinach and artichoke dip, couple wing options, different salad options. And then if you go to the food hall, like the buffet area, you actually have a lot of different options there too. There's like a full Indian section that was hitting every single time. The line for the Indian food, crazy, but it was really good. I'm trying to think of any other. That was kind of it. There's a lot of food. I'm gonna put like a lot of clips of food for you guys to kind of like see. Honestly, there wasn't that much on the last one. The last one I picked the fuck out too, but there just wasn't that many. There weren't that many options, and it wasn't as fresh. Like I'll give you one. The Thai chicken satay was like fresh grilled with peanut sauce. So good. Actually, so good. Like the Indian food, the chicken tikka masala, the not like all the beer. Fuck, I'm not gonna try. But all the different foods, there were a lot of different foods here that were made like fresh. It was so good. The overall excursions, I think on this cruise it's a lot more expensive overall, but I think there's a lot more options for you to do. And then there's also the excursions that you book with the cruise line. Then there's the excursions that you can book when you get down, like when you land. The last one I went to the last one was to the Bahamas and then an MSC island. This one was to Alaska. So then like every stop of the way was like Alaska, and then today was British Columbia or Canada. But overall, excursions were the excursions. There's more excursions to choose from, but we went with like a package one with like the group, so we didn't really choose per se. It wasn't bad. Like I still had a lot of fun. It's probably the most relaxing trip that I take it back. Taiwan was great. I love Taiwan. I'm gonna go back. I'm actually going back to Taiwan at some point because I need to. But this cruise was a lot more relaxing than I thought it would be, because the last cruise I was just like we were just swaying the whole time, and we were on the cruise ship for literally 2/3 of the trip, so it wasn't as like exciting. Even though I got off, how many days did I get off? I did get off for 3 days, I think, or maybe 2. No, I did get off for 3. No, I didn't. So it was 1 day at sea, then 3 days of Alaska, 1 day of Canada, 1 day of 1 day of Canada, pretty much. I think I'm doing math wrong. I'm fucking something up, but I was not. I think I only did Juneau and Skagway. I was not alive. So this trip, I also only made it to 2/3. I like 1/3 of the days off the boat, but it was a lot different because the boat was docked for the day where I was dying because I threw up, and then also today. So it wasn't like continuously sailing, like you had the option to get off the boat, which is actually way nicer than being stuck on the boat, because when you're stuck on the boat, there's only so much you can do on the boat. And that goes into my next thing, which is things to do on the boat. This one also had more. Like this one had more things planned around this, like a more cohesive schedule than the MSC cruise that I was on when we went to the Bahamas. This one overall, like there's a lot of things that you could go to where you like didn't have to pay, like you could just kind of like be there. I mean, the other one you didn't have to pay for those either, but like bingo, deal or no deal, Wheel of Fortune, like really fun interactive things, talent show, different shows that were out there that were playing. There's just a lot more to do overall. I think I would say, because I went with pretty much the same group for the last cruise, like we didn't really go out to see as many shows and as many things as opposed to this time where like, yeah, there were shows that I missed that I didn't really care for, but like people would enjoy those shows, and there wouldn't be as much time spent in the casino, you know, as the last one. We spent a lot of time in the casino on the last cruise. This cruise we actually we didn't do too well. We still spent a lot of time at the casino. But this one, I spent more time in the gym too. This one felt a lot more active. Probably because we spent more days off the boat. Which, again, overall, like this cruise has been a lot better and showed me like, maybe I do like cruises, but maybe not. Like, actually, honestly, the 6 days was fine. I'm like, right now is about when I'm like, okay, I'm good. And then we get back to Port tomorrow at like 6 in the morning anyways, so I do get back to Seattle at like 6 a.m. and then I take my flight over to Vegas and I make it back to Vegas by the evening time, so it's not too bad. The trip is not too bad, honestly. A 6-7 day cruise, it's pretty good. I would say that pricing for a cruise was like kind of expected and then also unexpected at the same time, because you do pay for basically a week of a room plus food, which for me, like I try to eat my worth in food, so you know, like price obviously, you know, has to be reflective of that. So like we have the balcony room and then we have like unlimited food, unlimited coffee. Oh, another plus, this one has a Starbucks. I just enjoy that this one has a Starbucks that you could go to and buy. And when you do purchase Starbucks on the cruise ship, it is extra, but hey, I need my cold brew. The unlimited coffee is hot coffee. I can do it, but I just like my cold brew. I'll kind of break down, like everything that you want to do extra on a cruise ship is an extra amount of money. Like Wi-Fi, like if you're getting Wi-Fi for your like room or for you and your whoever you're with, you want to see if you can buy like a package deal for it, because it's per device or per user, and then technically if you buy it per user, you can log in and out of So like for example, you use it for your laptop and then you close your laptop, so you log out of it on your laptop and then you log into it on your phone, something like that. So just to like look up what it is, because Wi-Fi honestly is like 20 to 30 bucks a day, if not discounted, which is 7 days, 210 like extra dollar onto your bill. And then there's also service charge every day, an extra service charge every day, a service charge on almost everything that you purchase, including the Starbucks that I bought daily, sometimes more than once a day. But that's, you know. And then there's also the fact that you lose a lot of money in the casino, and then when you lose a lot of money in the casino, honestly, you might as well have spent it on the arcade games that cost a lot of money, because you would have at least put it to an experience instead of fucking or hit stand. You know, so it really is about like what you want to do with your money that makes sense. The food, you don't need to buy it, so you don't have to, but service charge every day is like, it depends on the cruise, I think, but from what I've seen, it's like $20 a day of service charge. So on top of your package that you buy, about 120 is, oh, I'm getting into numbers now, about 120 is going, 140, sorry, well, assuming 7 days, right? $140 is going into service charge. Just like, I think it just covers overall like room, like housekeeping, stuff like that. And then on top of that, if you wanted to do like drink package or like a soda package, soda's not included because everybody loves soda. Soda generally costs like $3.50 to $5 a can if you don't have the drink package. But I think like the drink package is also like $15-20 a day. So again, another like 140, something like that. And then if you want the alcohol drinks package, I think it's like, it really depends on the cruise / the deal that you get. But I've seen stuff at $45 a day, and I've seen stuff that's like a lot more, like $75 a day. And it really depends how much you want to drink. But let's just say $50 a day, so another $350 on top of your $140 service charge, on top of your $140 or $200 for Wi-Fi. You know, it adds up fast. But I would say it's not, like, it's definitely a fun trip. And I don't know how much money you guys spend on trips normally anyways. Like, I try to be pretty frugal overall. I can't really say much because I'm only taking like one trip in the last 6 years. So I can't really tell you guys like what the average spend is for myself. But I try to spend not too much if I am traveling. You know, but a cruise is a cruise. It's a fun experience, a lot of memories, a lot of videos, a lot of footage that I have to go through and edit now and put together. I have no idea what I honestly, like, it's been so long that I forgot what I recorded on the first day, other than like touring the boat. So we'll figure that out when we get there though. Like late night vibes on the ship. Docked right now in Canada.